For me, there were several years where I tried to live without community and thought I could live as a Christian and walk down that path alone. And over those years, and in painful and beautiful ways, God taught me that it was never meant to be lived like that, and it didn't need to be lived like that. And He really restored my relationship with the church. And since then, I've learned that there's a lot I can get out of community, but that I actually really need it. Francisco and I first came to Renaissance, like he said, about 2 years ago, and we were at a point where we were newly married and we were really craving community of other Christian married couples to help us figure out how to do things and how to walk that walk.
In addition to that, I remember for me also being very, very important to find a church, a community in the neighborhood that would help me as a new believer, because I felt like I was making a transition from social network. I wanted to find a community where I could grow spiritually, healthy theology. It was important for me that, but also a community that would be a safe space for me to start building my new identity in Christ with brothers and sisters that would help as accountability and also just pray for each other and be together and do life together.
So we became community group leaders and hosts about a year ago at this point last fall, and we had been in a community group prior to that with our good friends, and they were such amazing hosts, and they modeled for us what it looked like to be really laid back, just to have people in your home, and it didn't look like it was a lot of work. They made it just feel like this was life, doing life together. The group that we had this fall was very caring and very generous. There's been times where people have offered up their house to others who needed a place to stay. There's a pretty constant text message channel of prayers, of people intentionally asking us, hey, how did that thing go that we talked about? Yeah, we're the leaders and the hosts, but it feels like there's so many people who step up and lead in prayer or lead in getting together or different things like that.
I recently graduated from college, and I'm an immigrant, and my family doesn't live in New York State, and it was beautiful to see in my graduation celebration, my Renaissance family community. I was like, I'm not alone. I have a big family, a big support system, and I'm so thankful for that. I think that is like a great blessing.
I feel like I have learned a lot about God through the people that are in this community. Boxes have been broken that I've put around God, the world, me and the world, and through relationships and through other people, constantly having the feeling that my notion of who God is and those limits to, how He loves us or the ways that we can worship Him or all these different things are broken.
I see community as a platform where God exposes His people to His saving grace. When we get to share with each other vulnerabilities and things that we are going through, I think that it normalizes some of the reality and the challenges that we as Christians go through on a daily basis, and community offers that to us. I see it as a very important aspect of our walk with Christ.